Hey everybody, Mike Nelson from EfficientLending.net. First and foremost, thanks so much for coming into my blog, checking me out on YouTube, wherever you are. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. You spend some time with me. Hey, congratulations if you're a baseball fan. Today is the start of opening season. I'm kind of a baseball fan, not a huge fan, but it's always a rite of spring. So a lot of excitement going on today around the baseball lovers here in the States. All right, my topic for today, could this be the perfect storm for buyers and sellers? All right, it's a little tongue-in-cheek, but there's some truth to it as well. I personally think this is a great time in the real estate market, but really all across the United States. I'll share a couple of reasons for that in a second. But as you may or may not know, I'm licensed in Florida, California, and Colorado. Three completely different markets. I mean, right now, I spend most of my time when I'm in Florida in the Tampa, Sarasota area. Exciting market for first-time home buyers, just named, I think, #1 in the United States for first-time home buyer market. Colorado, this market is defined by the constriction of inventory. Just, there's not enough houses for sale. And then in California, obviously, you have high prices, and that's kind of one of the defining characteristics of a California real estate market. I spend most of my time working in Southern California. So I'm hearing a lot of trepidation, some people worried about rising interest rates, just the particulars of each market, like in Colorado, inventory. I hear real estate agents kind of looking out and wondering, what's going to go on the market? Are we set for another crash? Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? What's going to happen? And let me just take the crash thing off the table. Look, the real estate market and the mortgage products that are in the marketplace today, completely different than 2007. I'm not the doomsayer that says that happens again, so I think there's a bright outlook as it relates to that. All right, so I just thought maybe I'd put up a post today, and I'm going to talk about really three buyer types: investors, existing homeowners, and buyers trying to come into the market. There are wonderful mortgage products out on the market that if you're a real estate agent, go into your client base, target these mortgage products to these buyers, and you're going to see just some increased units being sold. If you're a buyer or a seller, have knowledge and awareness of these types of mortgage products, because I think it's going to make you more effective whether you're trying to buy or whether you're trying to sell. So let's just jump into that right now. Why do I think this could be the perfect storm? There's really four components to my opinion. Number one, wages are rising in the United States. That is true, and it's been recorded by a number of reputable financial reporting agencies. Wages are going up, and unemployment is going down. We're at some of the lowest unemployment rates for forever. So we have money going into the market, unemployment going down. More people are working, more people have more money. The third thing that I think is really important is interest rates are rising. And I'm sure people are going, what? What are you talking about? How can that be good? Rates are going up. Here's why I think it's good. We know that employment's going up or down. We know wages are going up. If interest rates don't rise, we're going to have major problems with inflation. And if you listen to the Fed or if you watch the financial news shows, everybody's talking about inflation. Well, those rise in rates keeps a stabilizing pressure or downward pressure on price. And that is important, because the worst thing that can happen is if we get inflation, then we get priced out of the marketplaces. So that's why I think we could be in the perfect storm. I'm really broad on the outlook. All right, I mentioned I was going to talk about some buyer types. Let's just a real quick overview. These loan programs are all real, deep, technical. There's things that you got to know about them. So just call me, contact me, discuss them with me. I'm happy to share the finer details of them. But let's talk about investors first. Number one, there are great products for investors in the marketplace that do not require income tax or W-2s or income to qualify for. Do not think 2007 over again. These are regulated products. They are fully underwritten, and they have to satisfy ATR, which is the ability to repay loss. A great example of one of these is a debt service coverage ratio. You don't use tax, you don't use income. What you do, the investor has to bring minimum 20% down payment, so it's more stable just right there. And then what we do is just appraise the house, and we get the market rent for that property. And if the market rent is a certain factor above principal, interest, tax, HOA payments, then it qualifies. It is a great investment product. Hey, here's one that's not thought about a lot, is the home style renovation loan from Fannie Mae. This is not the FHA 203K. This is a Fannie Mae conventional loan in which the investor can do renovation. There are limits to it, but renovation prior to renting the property out. It is a great way to economically find lower or distressed properties, put a small amount of investment into them. All of a sudden, you have instant equity, and now you're cash flowing because you're renting as well. Look, if you're an agent, go find those buyers in your client base. If you're a buyer or a seller, look at those type of properties. Work with a real estate agent. Figure it out. Two great examples of what's happening in the marketplace for investors. All right, existing homeowners. Look, in this existing homeowners, if you want to refinance your house and take cash out of it, you can do that and have less concern about the fact that rates are higher because you can shorten the term. Take advantage of the fact that interest rates have been so low for so long that you've put a lot of principal or a lot of equity into the home, cash it out. Now you have down payment for a second home or an investment property. Another great opportunity as we're seeing wealth rise, self-employed or companies, people who own their own companies are doing really well. There are phenomenal bank statement programs so that the self-employed borrower can get into the market and participate in the market. Really good stuff. Last thing I'll mention for really existing home buyers and new buyers is the fact that on owner-occupied properties, including a refinance, you can actually get what's called down payment protection. So if you refinance your house and use that as a deposit into a new home, you can put a policy on the equity in your existing home and you can protect it against any unforeseen downside in the market. Call me about this product. It just came out a few weeks ago with AFN. It's a great product. Lastly, some ideas for existing people trying to come into the market for the first time. Look at things like the Fannie Mae Home Ready. It is a phenomenal product. In certain areas where you meet income requirements, you can get 97% LTV. And understand, this is not an FHA loan. This is Fannie Mae. The mortgage insurance is going to be capped in less than FHA, number one. And number two, it is cancelable when you get the proper 80% less than equity into your home. So you don't necessarily have to refi to get out of the mortgage insurance. Also, 30% of the districts that Fannie Mae looks at for the area median income limits have no income limit. So what we're saying is, if you're a first-time buyer, you can go into the area that Fannie Mae wants buyers to come into these neighborhoods. There's no income limit. You're going to get a great value on the home, and the interest rates are really competitive. All right, I went through that quick. I think these are great products. Give me a holler. Talk to me anytime. More than happy to go through what these are. If you're a real estate agent, target your client base with these products, and you're going to have I think, a lot of success with it. Last thing I'm going to point out before I sign off is a tool that I've got. It's called the Real Estate Report Card. This is created by experts from MBS Highway. We subscribe to this service as a corporation, American Financial Network, and we can provide this to you. There's no cost to it. But down to the actual county level, we can look at the affordability and what the real estate market looks like in your area. So this report card, this is for Tampa, this is for the MSA, Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, shows the affordability. Our house is getting more affordable. Expected rates of returns past 5 years. It talks about what's going on with employment, median income. It's a great tool. Call me. I'm happy to provide this for you. Hope that helps. Call me anytime. And I hope you have a wonderful start of baseball season and a great spring. Thanks again.